Hello and welcome to Aussies and Dragons. I'm your Dungeon Master Mark Motorsevich, and tonight's episode is called Don't Touch Other People's Chests. So you guys already know each other. You're traveling along together down the road, and you come across a small little treasure chest on the way down to, let's say, Banks. So you're traveling along the road down to Banks, and you come across a little treasure chest. There's pretty much open fields. There's nobody about. There's a few trees in the distance. You see the mountains to your left, but they're way far off. What do you guys want to do?
I look around and I can't see anybody at all.
You cannot see anybody.
I would like to go and investigate this chest.
All right. As you get up to it, what do you do? How are you going to approach this chest?
Can I don't know, look to see if there looks like there's anything dangerous, like a tripwire or something nearby?
See if there's a tripwire. Do a investigation check for me.
14.
You do not see a tripwire.
I think I'm going to be given the chest a wide berth and sort of walking around it in like a 5-meter pattern, sort of semicircle, looking for any pit traps or anything like that. Is it just short grass or?
Yeah, it's just short grass.
Yeah.
It's kind of like on the edge of the road, so between short grass and the dirt road itself. As you walk around, do you just want to do another investigation for me?
Yeah.
7.
Oh shit, that's not good. That's a -1. 12.
You don't see anything around. There's no traps. There's nothing tying it down. It's sitting there by itself.
Mm.
So I look over at my friend and say, "Want me to pull out my lockpick?"
Oh jeez, I don't know, mate. This is looking not very good to me.
Don't worry, I got it covered. And then I get my tools out and I go over to try to lockpick it.
As you get close to it and you put your lock pits to it, can you do a sleight of hand for me, please?
22.
As you put your lock pin into it, it jumps at you and starts biting at your chest.
Oh, I fucking knew it.
Fucking you. Oh, it's not a fucking chest.
Do you know what? I cannot remember. What is that called?
What?
The inanimated...
A mimic.
It's a mimic.
Thank you. So it jumps up at you and tries to bite into you for 13 damage. For a 13 hit.
No, miss.
So it kind of jumps up and... but you were able to like jump out of the way. Let's roll for initiative.
Oh, fuck me. 4.
8.
Oh, what are your names?
So yeah, I'm going to be playing Con today. Yep.
And I am John.
John, you go first.
All right, I am going to whip out my rapier and try to stab this thing. Does it have any kind of distinguishable eyes, or am I just seeing like teeth trying to grab me?
You're just seeing teeth trying to grab you.
All right, I'm gonna try to stab it right in the mouth. A 23.
That is a hit.
for 8 damage.
As you stab it in and you see that tongue flapping around, and you just like pierce that tongue and you can hear the scream.
Take that, you bloody chest.
Con.
Con's gonna jump back, pull out his long sword, and yell out, "Not on my watch, Ma! You leave my friend alone!" And he's gonna slash down at it. D20 plus should be 4.
So that's a hit for a 19.
Yeah, hell yeah. And 11 slashing damage.
And as you kind of smack it, it takes all of it, and once again, it just shrieks out in pain.
Yeah, that's right.
It kind of sees that it wasn't able to get to you, John, so it jumps at you, Con.
Oh, fuck!
For a 16.
That'll be a miss.
And you've kind of just been able to deflect him off. John.
Go again with the rapier. 23
That is a hit.
for 12 damage.
And you slap that thing, or you stab that thing so hard. It shrieks out in pain, and you can start seeing some purple ooze starting to come out of the hole that you did.
Come on, Con, finish him off.
So yeah, Con's gonna take the opposite side. Is he? No, is he attached to my shield, or is
No,
he
he's
just...
not.
His chest is just on the ground.
Yeah.
All right. Mate, nobody cons the con. And then he swings down with his sword. With a 16.
That hits.
Yeah.
And so you line it up, and you do this massive swing for
10 slashing damage.
You slice this chest in half, and this purple ooze just sprays everywhere. And as the mimic cracks open, it reveals a ring as well as a scroll.
I go for the ring straight away.
Look at this thing. It's like a loot pinata or something. Was there a scroll?
There was a scroll.
I sort of pick it up and look at it, amused. Obviously, is there anything I can understand on it, or is it sealed?
It's just rolled up. Do you just want to unroll it?
Yeah, sure.
So as you
Watch out, it might bite.
as you unroll it,
Mimicception.
as you unroll it, it's a treasure map.
Ooh. I turn it over to was it John?
Yep.
No,
Yep.
Tom.
No, John and Con.
Oh, John and Con. I'll sort of open a picture slide to John. Mate, I think we've found our next adventure right here.
Do we recognise it at all? Like where we might be on it?
Do a survival check for me.
Yeah. I got a +3 on that.
Both of you.
16.
9.
Con, as you looking at the map, you see some points on it, and you're like, I think those are mountains. But John, you look at the map, and you determine that this map looks like the city of Banks, where you're going. And from the drawings, you pretty much, you see where the river is, and you know what where that river is as well in Banks, and you're looking at all the paths and all the little points of interest, and you're like, I think I know where that is.
And so is it in the town of Banks itself,
Yes.
or is it sort of nearby?
No, it's in the town of Banks itself.
And that's where we were headed?
Yes.
Okay, so I just sort of turn to Con and go, oh, it's towards Banks. Let's head down that way.
Oh, imagine what great fortune.
What do you do with the ring?
Just put it in my pocket for now. Oh, actually, can I have a look at it and see if it looks like it's magical at all?
Do you have Arcana?
I'm terrible at it.
What?
I too have a -1 in Arcana.
But are you magic enabled?
No.
No, so yeah, you wouldn't be able to detect it at all.
All right, just slip it in my pocket for now.
Okay. Off you guys set, and you head towards Banks. You're about a day's walk out, and so when you get to Banks, it's starting to become nighttime, so it's dusk, and you get to the front gates, and the gates are already being closed. What do you want to do?
I guess we're traveling with like a torch out or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look over at John and just give the gate a big kick with like a boom 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 with my heavy boot.
Oi, anyone there?
You see kind of like a hatch open up and look you guys up and down, and he says, "State your business."
Oh my, we're just weary travelers looking for some rest.
And food.
You never believe it, a fucking chest ate me. Hit my mate here.
He says to you, "Go on, get off then. Go." And he kind of closes the hatch. So he doesn't let you in.
How tall is the wall around Banks?
I'm probably going to say about 4 meters. It's a fairly sturdy wall.
So I'm going to kind of walk away, make him think I'm headed off in the other direction, and then sneak around to a part that I don't think they're watching us closely, and put the torch out, of course.
Okay. So you kind of do this dummy walk away, like, "I'm walking now," clink, 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 clink. And you go around to the side of the wall that is kind of obscured by trees, so you don't think anyone would be able to see it in this location.
I just double check to see whether Cons followed me.
Oh yeah. I'm following you. Yeah. Right, what's the plan? I don't think they want to let us in or nothing.
Oh, just going to climb up.
Why don't we just go to sleep?
Yeah, that'd work.
You're less likely to get stabbed by just going to sleep.
All right.
So you guys are camping by the wall?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it.
You guys camp at the wall. You have a wonderful, restful night without any dramas. And let me just close my window because it's starting to rain. You have a restful night, and you wake up early in the morning. The dawn has already passed, so it's quite bright outside already. What do you guys want to do?
Go back to the front gate, I guess, and see if they're open for business.
Yep.
As you walk around, the gate's open.
Are any of the guards there?
Yeah, there's guards there, but the one who you spoke to last night doesn't look like he's there.
I still just kind of, do a big at their feet.
One of them instantly puts his hand on his sword. "Come again," he says.
I just keep walking.
I sort of, as he walked past, I sort of, I say to him, "Sorry about my friend. He didn't get the best night's sleep. He was a
Do you sleep
patient."
under a bush?
Do a persuasion check for me.
Okay. Yeah. 5.
He turns around and says, "You, get back here."
Me?
Yes, you. Both of yous. Come here.
Oh, you really done it now, mate. So I'll walk back to him.
I kind of strut back over, but my stride is really letting him know that I think he's wasting my time.
He says, "Eat it." And you can see there, another 2 of his mates have piped up a little bit, and they've come to see what's going on.
I decline.
I'm not going to tell you again. Eat it.
I sort of lean over to John and just sort of whisper in his ear. Come, mate, think about all the treasure we've got. Can't get to the treasure inside a jail. Plus, you put worse things in your mouth, mate. Don't worry about it.
At this point, I reach down and pick it up from the ground, and then I pretty much I throw it at the guard's uniform.
Roll for initiative.
Oh, fucking hell.
15.
John.
21 for me.
Oh, Con's up the top.
How many were there again?
There's 3. So at the moment, the way the situation is you're pretty much kind of like in the gate arch. There's the one guy who is standing right in front of you that you've just splattered with dirt spit. And there's 2 guys kind of behind you at the moment, probably about 10 feet away. Con, what do you want to do?
John, I think, had the map. Is that right? And the ring.
I had the ring. I think you had the map.
You had the map.
Right. The map sort of, it had the location of this thing, didn't it?
Yeah, but you have no idea where it is.
Oh well. I sort of pull out my long sword and I give it sort of like a wipe down, and I just say to myself, "Shame," and then attack the nearest guard with it.
Oh gosh. Cool. Roll to hit.
16.
That's a hit.
Uh, 10 points of slashing damage.
Oh, this poor guard. He is in a world of pain. Not just a smidgen, but a world. John, what are you doing?
So I look at the guard and basically just say, "Last chance. Stop it now."
He's trying to hold himself up from the damage, but you can tell that he's not happy.
So I look at the 2 that are behind us and just say, "Back off." Do I think they're going to?
Do an intimidation check.
12.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do?
I take out my dagger and I am going to hit him over the head with it, like with the butt of it, to try to knock him out.
Roll to hit.
1.
So with that, you go to bump him in the head, but you get kind of overexcited and you slash him across the face.
Oh, fuck.
He's just that little bit too far, so you've slashed him across the face, and he's just dropped dead.
Oh, shit. Not what I wanted.
The guards behind are horrified, and one yells out, "We've got a situation!" as he runs towards Yukon, and he does a 18 to hit.
Yes.
And with his short sword, he does 6 damage. And he just slices you up. John, the other one comes at you for 9, which I'm assuming is a miss.
Is a miss.
But you're able just to dodge that swing. Who's up? Con.
Come on. So I've got one guard in my face.
Yep.
I'm sort of going to look at him and say, my missus bought this for me and you're going to wreck it? And then I'm going to jump back and slash him sideways across the chest.
Roll to hit.
Ooh, that's not a good. That's an 8.
He's just able just to deflect it. Just. He seems to be more skilled than the last one.
Yeah, all right.
Anything else?
No, that's it. I'm just going to be ready for him.
John.
Kind of having a little bit of a look past these guards, do I see anyone nearby that I think might be part of like a thieves guild or something? You know, like a little pickpocket or a, someone standing on the corner watching for marks?
Roll a perception for me.
16.
No. You don't see anyone of that nature.
Then as I've got the dagger in the hand, I'm going straight for this guy with the dagger.
Yep.
I'm going for the one that is attacking Con.
Yep. Okay, well, you guys are all in like close proximities. That's fine.
13.
Is a miss. So this little dagger kind of just tings off his armor. And he retaliates with a 14.
Is a miss.
But you're able to dodge it left and right. And Con, the other one, comes at you. But once again, you're able to jump out of the way. Back up to you, Con.
Okay. New blood that just came in. Mate, they're not paying you enough for this. And then I slash at him. 18 this time.
So that's a hit.
9 points of slashing damage.
So as you're bopping around, they're not paying you enough for this, and you kind of just sliced him right across the abdomen.
Abdominal area.
Abdomen.
Abdomen.
And he's clenched it. He's clenched himself in pain. John.
I'm going to go for the one who hasn't been hurt yet.
Yep.
With the dagger again. 8.
That's a miss. So he kind of once again dodges you out of the way. You see two other guards come from opposite directions. And the first one tries to grapple you, Con, with a 13.
So that's a contested.
Yes.
I
I think it's either strength or athletics.
Yeah, D20 plus 6. Oh, fuck. That's a nat 1 for a 7.
Oh, he runs at you with such force that he grabs you, pushes you to the ground, and you drop your weapon.
Yeah.
The other guard comes for you, John, for a 11 to try and grab you.
And what am I adding to it? Sorry, my
Athletics or acrobatics.
19.
And you're able just to squirm out of that one. The guy who's badly damaged tries to go down and stab you, Con, but because he's in so much pain, he's just not able to he's not able to hit you. And the other guard tries to go for you, John, but because you've dodged the other guard trying to grab you, he's missed altogether. So back to you, Con. You're now on the ground with a guard on top of you.
So I'm guessing I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try and escape his grapple. So sort of try and squirm out to the side.
Yeah.
So that'd be a contested strength. So I got a 21.
And you are able to squirm out of his grasp.
And then I'm gonna head over to where my weapon is and hopefully pick it up.
Yes, you're able to just get to it. John.
Is the guy who grappled Con still on the ground prone?
Yes.
Then dagger in the back for him.
Get that advantage.
21.
Yes, you go stabby.
And that is for 7 and 6, 13 damage, including advantage.
And this knife just perfectly goes in between the slits in his armor and cuts through the spine.
Oh.
And after I plant the dagger, I look back at the others and just kind of yell at them, "You guys all want more?"
The three of them jump you.
Yes, so.
16.
Yes.
13.
No.
And a 10.
No.
So one of them is able to get to you. The one with his gut still hanging open is just... He tried to go for you, but just wasn't able to. So they've got you grappled at the moment. Back to you.
Oh, grappled. Sorry, not against the armor class.
No, he's grappled. Yes.
Okay. Do you want me to contest it, or with three of them, I'll just say they've got me?
Yeah, they've got you. They've really gone down on you. Con.
All right. So we've got
Help
one
me
guy.
out.
Old
Come
mate,
on, Con.
old mate with his guts in his hand.
Yep.
So I'm gonna rush up and essentially bullwhip him, like knock him out.
Yep.
Hopefully. 10.
He's able to step behind one of the other guards as he sees you coming, so you're not able to connect.
I'm going to take an action surge and do it again. 13.
You guys are kind of like running around the one guard as you're trying to stab the dude with the guts. You're just not able to connect. John.
Dang it.
Do I still have my dagger in my hand? Am I able to kind of wedge it in with him on top of me?
Yes, with a disadvantage.
Gonna go for it. 1.
So, as you go to stab him, you miss, and you kind of like throw your dagger away as it goes, and he does this spin, and he's able to put shackles on your hands. The guy who you're running around, Con, sticks out his leg to trip you.
Yep.
For a 22. So do you want to do a acrobatics to see if you stay on your feet?
Yeah. Come on, babe. No, 15.
You drop to the ground, and these two jump on you and shackle you. So they recover themselves, and they just leave you on the ground for a bit, as they kind of grasp themselves and they tend to their friend. More guards have come in now, and they pick you up and very roughly push you through banks, and they take you to the gatehouse, the jails, and you go through a big gate with very sturdy bars. You go through, and that's into a bit of a courtyard. Go through a secondary gate, and then you go into a very dark building, a very dark stone building, and you head down some stairs, and you see to the left and right of you there's jail cells with not that many people. You know, out of the probably 12 jail cells you've gone past, there's only been about 8 people, which is surprising enough. And from there you go through another gate and go down further underground, and there's 4 jail cells. There's about 12 people combined in these jail cells, but there's one free, and they throw you both in there, in the free one. So you guys are by yourselves, so you're going to guess probably about 2 stories underground. They've left your shackles on. They slam the gate and they walk off.
And I don't think this is where the treasure map originally led, do I?
Do a perception check on survival. You've got the treasure map still on you. Do a, what are we going to call it? Survival check. Let's do a survival check.
15.
It's actually pretty close. Like you think the X is somewhere around this location where you are at the moment, but because the line's so thick, you're not too sure.
Okay.
You do see
did
some.
they take my thieves' tools off me?
No, they didn't.
Then I'm going to try to pick the lock on my cuffs and then cons.
All right, try that.
Mad, what a situation you got us into this time.
Oh, but it was pretty fun, eh?
Oh yeah, you see that guy? We cut him open real good.
Yeah, meant to knock him out, but oops, shit happens. 25 for mine.
Yeah, you kind of, it's almost like a David Copperfield thing, and and they just disappear.
And a 9 for cons.
They're like, this is a different make and model. I've never seen these ones.
I keep working at them until they come off.
You get them off.
That's where you go. The thieves' tools break.
Oh, if it was a nat 1, then yes, I would.
Yeah. All right. So can I kind of, I guess, sort of dust himself off and has a look around the room, you know, see if there's anything maybe hidden in the walls or left here from the last occupant of the cell that might come in handy.
Look out for chests.
Do an investigation check.
Yeah. Oh shit. I'm not good at this. 14.
You don't see anything. So pretty much this is kind of
regular cell, empty, no bed.
There is no bed in here.
Nothing.
It is just, you know, it seems like this is for the worst of the worst criminals. The door itself is kind of like a wooden door with a small hole with bars. And do a perception check for me.
Slightly better.
30, 20.
Ooh, okay.
You hear a noise. And someone from the other cells kind of yells out, but quietly says, just keep it down. Keep it quiet now. It won't get angry.
better listen this time.
You feel a chill go through the cell, and as fast as it comes in, it lingers for a little bit and then goes away.
That was weird.
Yeah. Well, that was a little bit scary.
Do I think that I could pick the lock on the door from this side?
With the thieves' tools, you've got a myriad of tools in there, so there's probably a good chance that you could probably do something to them.
And do I think there is a guard on the other side of the door?
Do a perception check, because your visibility is very limited, so just see what you can feel.
11.
You're not sure.
Hey, Con, want me to open the door?
Mate, it looks like the only way out of this place. Let's do it. Unlock some of these other prisoners and make a break for it.
Yeah, prison riot. Fun. So I am going to try to pick the lock.
Yep.
23.
You pick it successfully. So the door
Way
is
better
now...
with these thieves' tools than the dagger.
The door is now unlocked. However, it's still closed, like you haven't opened it, if you know what I mean.
Okay, I'm going to stick my head out and see what the lay of the land is outside the cell.
Do a stealth check for me.
21.
So you are now in an area. You see the staircase that you came down with a gate there. You can see that there's a cell opposite you, and that cell's got bars in it, and so does the cell next to it, to its left, so closer to the staircase that you came down. To the right, you see there's another corridor, but it just kind of goes into darkness. It just fades into darkness. The cell next to you, once again, has bars. So your cell is the only one with a wooden door. And
So how many prisoners are down here with us? Did you say about 12?
12. And so you see that they're kind of... They want to talk to you with that role. They want to talk to you, but they're very subdued. Not subdued. They're very reserved.
Okay, so I just sort of address them. Hey, any of you guys want to get out?
You can see him kind of nod frantically, but they're still at the back of the cell.
Okay, I will try to pick the lock on all of their cells.
So you go across and you try and pick that cell. Do you want to roll for a sleight of hand?
18.
You are able to open that cell. Con, what are you doing?
So I'm going to sort of... You said the passageway sort of goes off to the right and down.
Yes.
Actually, I'll make my way up to that main gate and sort of have a listen, like put my ear out, like listening for footsteps.
Do a perception check for me.
16.
You don't hear anything. You think it's probably pretty clear.
All right. Hurry it up, John.
So, John, you've cracked one open. Do you want to go open up another one?
Yep.
So you go over to the other cell.
Nat 20 on that one.
It's almost, you almost just walk up to it and it was like almost already unlocked.
Yeah, getting used to these pretty easy locks.
I'm assuming you go over to the third cell.
Yep, might as well.
Try and unlock that one.
Dirty 20 that time.
Once again, that unlocks. Everyone kind of stands up and comes to the door. Can I get you guys to a perception check for me?
20 for me. Dirty.
I'm too busy, spitting on my knuckles and rubbing my shirt, looking at how good I did with the locks.
You see everyone retreat back into their cells, and you hear that sound again.
I'm going to follow
keep
them
polishing my chest.
into one of those cells.
So you go into one of the cells?
Yeah. So close the door up to, I guess, a certain point and try and make good looking.
Is
there any way to close the doors without them relocking, or?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
What are you doing, John? You've seen that Con's bolted into one of the cells.
What's going on, Con?
Make it in the cell now. The spooky thing's coming back.
So I wander into the cell as well.
Into a different cell because he's already closed that door.
Yeah, I'll go into the second one I unlocked.
You see this as you've quickly gone into the other cell. You see this ghostly figure float out from the darkness, and you see that you wouldn't be able to see this, John, but Con, you can see this as it happens diagonally. And this wraith goes up to the open door of the cell, and there's about 4 guys in there, and it just goes in and unleashes, and you hear wild screams of pain and torment, and then silence.
I turn to one of my cellmates and say, "Oh, they should have closed the door."
Probably my bad, eh?
The Con, you see this wraith come out, and it goes directly across and sees, now that's directly across, you can see it, John. This wraith goes to the open cell, and it shrieks this scream. Can I get you guys to do a wisdom saving throw?
10.
You guys take 4 points of psychic damage as this scream pierces you. And you see that this wraith begins to frantically go up and down the cell, up and down this corridor, looking for something. Yep.
So sorry, did the wraith come from the dark corridor that was just a little bit beyond the cells? Yeah.
You see this wraith come up directly to your cell, John. And it starts shaking the door slightly, and it sees that as it's shaking it, the door is slowly opening.
So I want to pull out my crossbow and shoot it at... Is there a rock wall or something nearby?
The other cell is on the other side of it.
Okay, so I'm going to pull my crossbow out and I'm going to try to shoot it at a metal bar then. Something that I think will make a really loud noise that's not near me.
Alright. Roll to hit.
How do you have a crossbow? We just got thrown in jail.
They didn't take anything off you guys. They literally just threw you in.
Oh, rad.
Yeah.
I just kind of reached for where it normally hangs and it was there, so...
Okay.
And I rolled a 17 to hit.
You successfully hit this metal bar that's on the other side, which is in Con's cell. And the wraith turns and looks at the other cell and squeals again. Con, can I get you to do a Constitution saving throw? Wisdom saving throw.
Um, oh, sorry. Take 2 off that. 6.
You take 4 damage of psychic damage. 4 psychic damage. And one of the guys in your cell just kind of like puts his hands up to his head and just keels over. These because you now that you look at these guys, they look very tired.
Sort of pick my hand up or raise my hand and look over at John, and sort of do like a I don't know, how do you say it? What's the English word? Like I'm trying to put a ring on.
So you're trying to sign?
Yeah, I'm trying to sign, put a ring on or something.
John, can you do an insight check to see if you understand what Con's saying?
I'm sort of like making a circle with one finger and then sticking another finger through it vigorously.
I shake my head, but I did get a 17 on insight.
Cool. So he understood, but he chooses.
Okay, good.
Is it up to me, or is the Wraith doing something?
The Wraith is now at Console as it swings around.
I am going to take the ring out of my pocket and put it on.
So, as you put this ring on, this sensation from within you pulses out like a sonar, and it picks up a blip in the distance. It is above ground, but you can actually see this blipping, and it's probably about 120, 150 feet away from you. So you're estimating that it's outside the prison.
Okay. I kind of shrug at Con, thinking that, it's not going to help with the Wraith, or indicating that it doesn't feel any different.
Yeah. Do you leave it on?
Yes.
Cool. What do you want to do, Con?
So this thing's outside. It's just looking at me and screaming.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my hands over my ears and crawl into the fetal position in the back corner of the cell.
It begins to rattle your cell once again, and it is able to open your door, and you can see that it kind of walks into your cell. John, is there anything you want to do?
Do I think I could kind of walk behind it and past it, or
yeah, so it's pretty much in the other cell at the moment.
And so otherwise in this area, there's the cell that it's already killed, the cell that we were in.
Yep.
The stairs up and the dark corridor.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to walk out into the middle of the area.
Yep.
And then shoot my crossbow at one of the walls down the dark passageway.
All right. Roll a hit.
12.
You shoot it into the darkness, and it actually goes pretty far down, and it does ricochet off a wall, and it kind of like echoes out the corridor, echoes down the corridor. What do you want to do?
Try to make myself small. So I sort of cower where I am and see whether the Wraith goes towards that sound.
The Wraith turns around and bolts down the corridor.
All right, Con, let's go.
So I'd stand up and head outside. Was there anyone else alive in the cage with me?
Yeah, so this is still another 3 guys alive with you.
Yeah.
And there's 4 in the other one.
I sort of say to him, all right, guys, it's now or never. Let's get the fuck out of here.
And they nod vigorously.
I hand one of them a small dagger too. The strongest looking one.
Cool. Do you want to try and pick the lock to get out?
Pick that lock, mate.
Yes, I do. Nat 1.
You break your thing. The thief's pocket pimp thing. Whatever. Thieves
You
do.
might want to grab that dagger back.
I've got another one. It's all good.
Alright, do you want to try and pick it again?
Yes. So now I no longer have thieves' tools.
Nope.
What happens to my roll?
Just a straight sleight of hand check.
Oh, okay, because that's all I'd been doing so far.
Oh, I thought you get advantage with thieves' tools.
I get to add your
okay.
proficiency.
This is the first time that I've used them,
Okay.
so 16 that time was the roll, and my sleight of hand is +6.
You put the dagger in and you've managed to unclick it. The door's open.
All right, I usher the prisoners first.
So they go first, and they weakly get up, but the hope of freedom, and they kind of dash past you. I'm assuming you guys entail.
Yep.
Yes,
All right.
I follow directly behind them, kind of hoping Con's behind me.
Yeah. Can we lock that door behind us?
Oh yeah, good plan. I'll do that too.
See if you can lock it. So do another sleight of hand check.
16.
You brush away your broken thieves' tools from the keyhole, and you're able to lock it.
Nice thinking, Con.
Yeah, mate. My wife says I'm full of good ideas sometimes.
So, as you guys are running through, are you going to do anything about these remaining guys in these low security cells? There's another 8 people in here, but they're all in individual cells.
One in each.
Well, there's 8 of the 12 cells are filled with 1 person each.
What do you reckon, Con? Let them out?
No,
Let's get going.
I don't think we've got a lot of time. So yeah, I'd probably hand one of if we've still got our gear.
Yeah.
Do I have my sword and shield with me, or
You would only have your shield.
okay? I've got 2 hand axes that would have been on
Yep. Cool.
my waist. Would I have one of them, or
Yes, you'd still have both of them.
oh, okay, cool beans. All right, well, I'm gonna hand one of these hand axes off to one of my prison mates.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say to him, mate, you're with me. And then secretly in my head, I'm thinking, this is another meat shield.
So
I'm gonna turn to John. John, mate, where are we going now?
How far away? Like, do I still sense this blip?
yeah, it's about 100 feet. So you're going to have to go out the way you came, and you're going to kind of run around the prison to the back area of this prison. If that makes sense.
From looking kind of as we were coming through, do I think there's any way we can get out of this prison without fighting the guards? Like, can we sneak our way out?
You don't think so, no. But in saying that, you've got 7 people in front of you that I'm sure will take care of guards.
All right, let's make a break for it, guys.
Everyone's bolting up forward and they're all yelling, "Ah!" One's got a dagger. 5 of them are all barehanded. One's got a small axe, and they're running out. They take out one guard and they steal the key off him. They unlock the gate. They flood into the courtyard, unlock the next gate to the main entrance, and they all kind of disperse as you come up from behind.
Glad that race didn't kill them all.
So you guys are at the main gate with 7 people going in all in different directions. You hear bells off in the distance as guards begin to rush.
So I nudge Con in the ribs and just say, "Oi, follow me. This ring's kind of bleeping at me."
Oh man, that tends to happen whenever you put a ring on it. And let's go.
So you guys leave. You look at the blip and you're about 150 feet away, but you follow the wall around the prison. How are you guys moving? Are you guys running? Are you guys walking?
I want to
what time of
start
day is it? Sorry.
sneaking. Yeah. Oh, yeah. When is it?
It's pretty early morning because remember you guys had to sleep.
I think maybe a casual. I don't know, casual walk or.
Yeah. Just kind of strolling, not like we're running away from a prison break or anything.
Yep. But I'm going to be looking for like a back alley with some clothes hanging out on a line or something like that.
Can I get you guys to do a performance check?
Or
Oh yes, that 20.
So, John, you're looking so sus, but Con, he's taking all the attention.
Staying Alive by the Bee Gees is playing as I'm walking.
He's taken all the attention, and nobody's batting an eye.
I'm used to coming second best in the looks category, so.
So you guys kind of casually stroll around to the back of the prison. There's high walls. You walk through another alleyway and there's like 1 or 2 rows of buildings, and you come up to another building, and John, you see that this blipping is in the middle of this building, and as you look up there's a sign that says orphanage.
Not what I was expecting.
Mate, the youth is a true treasure. And is there I'm guessing there's front door. Is there like a side door or?
Oh, there's a front door to the building. There's kind of like where you guys are standing. There's a small little courtyard, and you can see like 1 or 2 kids playing around. And then within the building where there's the doors, it's somewhere like you can see the blipping coming from inside.
All right, you're a bit better at this than me, Con. After you, buddy.
So at the moment, I guess we've sort of had a quick chat about the ring.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, I guess, walk into the main courtyard.
Yep.
And I guess there's the little kids there and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and entertain them. So can I try and go up into a handstand and be like a da-da sort of thing? Get them on side.
Do let's do a performance check.
Can I go athletics?
Oh yeah, okay. Because you're doing a handstand, I'll allow athletics.
15.
You kind of do this little roll forward, and then you go up onto your hands.
Willy Wonka styles.
Yes. You do a handstand. You're holding there, and you even try, as the kids are looking at you, you try and go on one hand, give them a quick wave, and go back onto 2 hands, and then flip back down and stand there.
So I sort of use that little bit of entertainment to start the conversation, as they say.
Yep.
Hey kids, who's in charge of the orphanage here? We've got some special business.
One of the kids runs up and says, "Hey, that is really cool, mister.
Yes.
That was really cool. We don't see anything like that very often. Thank you, mister, for entertaining us.
Oh, that's so fantastic.
Who is it that you want to talk to?"
Oh, we're looking. I don't know. You have a matron or something around here? We're from a traveling circus, and we're looking for promising young kids to join us.
I can't do it anymore. The kid says, "Just go inside."
I turn back to John. Come on, man, let's go.
Nice.
So as you enter the door, you see that it's kind of like a big hallway, and your blipping is happening at the end of the hallway and into that room behind.
So I just indicate that to Con.
Yeah.
I give him a nod and follow behind.
Nah, after you, mate. You got away with these things. These kids.
All
I
right.
just want to cuff them on the head.
Okay. And plus, you probably look like a predator. Anyway. All right. So I take John's direction and walk forward. I guess open the door or knock first.
Yep. So you knock. The door flings open. You're in the hallway. You guys walked all the way down to the end of the hallway?
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess we're heading towards the beeping. Yep.
That door flings open and you just see a myriad of kids all having breakfast. Kind of like Harry Potter style, where they're all in rows. And this blipping is happening in the middle of this room, just under the ground.
So it's not coming from in the room, but under the room.
Yeah, it's kind of like under the floorboards.
Con, it's under the floorboards, mate.
Oh, I'll sort of look up, and I'm assuming all the kids are looking at us.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Sorry, kids. I'm just here to drop off the fruit. Where's the cellar?
The kids, they don't know what you're talking about. They don't know what a cellar is.
Are there any adults in the room?
No, you don't see anything. It just seems like an organized mess. One kid says to you, Con, he goes, "Wow, that's a really cool axe. Can I have it?"
I sort of I pick it up and give it a flick around in my hand. This would be the only other weapon that I have on me.
Correct.
I pull out some crossbow bolts and just sort of hand them out.
Yeah, oh man.
Take these instead. They're more fun.
So you give
I
it
can
to the
teach you to
kids?
juggle them if you like.
So you give it to the kids?
I hand over like all but like 3 of my remaining crossbow bolts.
I was hoping you would say, "I chuck him into the crowd." So the kids like, "Oh wow," and they're all like suck, and they all huddle in their little groups, like they're holding like a real crossbow thing. You see one of them poke himself with the crossbow because it's nice and sharp, and he starts crying. But they kind of all disperse a little bit.
So do they leave the center of the room where the bleeping is free?
Yes. So there's like this clear room now.
Okay, so I walk over and stand on top of it and just kind of point down.
I follow in and pull out my axe and sort of gesture downwards. Are you sure you want to do this, mate?
Oh, Does it look like I can pull up the floorboards, or is it kind of pretty consistent? Like we're really gonna have to make a mess.
Try and do. What would be something for pulling up floorboards? I can't think.
I guess maybe I'd have to have a look around and see whether I could first.
Guess you got to investigate whether or not the boards are...
Yeah, do an investigation. See if you can do it.
16.
It looks tough, like a really tough. You think you might be able to do it.
All right, I give it a go.
Do a dexterity check as you try with like a dagger.
9.
You just can't get your dagger in between those floorboards.
Con's going to just start whacking the floorboard with his axe, hatchet style.
And splinters start flying around. And the kids are like, "Whoa!" And you just start making this hole. And you find a treasure chest.
Oh, watch out, Con! Watch out!
It's a lot bigger than the one that you saw before.
Can I like grab a little bit of floorboard splinter and throw it at the chest?
You sure can. Do you just want to do a dexterity attack? I guess, I don't know, to make sure you
12.
can hit it. Yeah, you throw it and it kind of hits it and bounces off. You knock some of like the dust off the top of it.
I'm going to look at John and say, "Mate, you can't have this much bad luck in a day." And I'm going to try and grab it out.
It grabs you.
Oh, fucking hell.
Famous last words.
And
I'm going to turn to the kids and say, "Yeah, kids, you better go and get a responsible adult."
As this, the box is trying to cover your face up. So it's, kids, you better try and get let's roll for initiative.
15.
Dirty 20.
So that's Con. Ooh. Con. This mimic currently has you grappled.
All right, so I guess I'm going to sort of use my spare hand with my shield to try and bash it off.
Yep.
Me. 19.
And you successfully are able to kind of like pry off your head as you're bashing it, and it kind of falls back into the middle of the room. John.
I drop the dagger and whip out my crossbow again and take a shot at it with that.
Cool. Roll to hit.
22.
So that hits.
And is it within a couple of feet of Con?
I would say so, yes. Yes, it is. Yes.
Then I hit for 17 damage.
Phew. That's a fair whack.
Are you a rogue?
Yeah, sneak attack boy.
There we go. That's what it is.
The mimic tries to bite on you again for a 15 Con.
That'll be a miss.
So it flails around as it kind of does this jump, but you've kind of been able to block it down. Two of the kids run up and try and stab it.
Oh God, with the arrows.
But they are unsuccessful. Back to you, Con.
I'm gonna yell at the kids. "Hey, you might want to go step back from this one, kids." And I'm gonna attack it with my axe again. With the dirty 19.
So that's a hit.
Yep. And I'm just gonna click in D&D Beyond for the damage. So, it gives me 11 slashing.
Oof. And so this axe kind of just hits it across its mouth. John.
Another shot with the crossbow. 2 bolts left.
2 bolts left.
Nat 20.
Oh, jeez. So double your dice damage rolls.
That's only on the standard 1d6 as well, isn't it? Not on the sneak attack.
I'll do it on both.
On both.
Yeah, you're a rogue.
Not as good that time. So 8, 10, 11 times 2, 22.
Oof. Still a fair
only doubling the dice though. So 7, 14, 18 total.
18. The mimic turns and eats up one of the kids with the arrow. The other kids kind of like, and they all kind of retreat. And as the other kid with the arrow retreats, the mimic bites off his hand. Con.
Yeah, I guess that's the last time you don't listen to someone, eh? And then
You warned him.
That's right. So I'm going to slash down the creature on the mimic again with my axe. So close. Yeah, that's 24.
So that's a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Hang on, where's... 9 points of slashing damage.
And so once again, kind of like you go in the opposite direction from what you slashed before. Now it's got these 2 massive grooves in its flesh. John.
Going again with the crossbow.
Yep.
14.
It kind of just ricochets off the top. All the kids now have retreated back away from this mimic. The one kid without their hands kind of like flailing around. The mimic comes for Yukon for a 17.
I miss.
Dang it. And once again, you're able just to fend it off. Back to Yukon.
I'm going to continue the con assault. So con sort of grins and looks at one of the many eyes on the mimic. Says, "I really don't like your kind." And slashes down with his axe again.
And that hits.
19.
That hits.
For 11 slashing damage. As I sort of try and like whack it in the eyes with the axe.
And you successfully like take out one of the eyes, and you kind of just make the other grooves a little bit bigger. John.
Oh, won't this thing give up? I dropped the crossbow because it's useless now. No more bolts.
Yep.
And take back out the dagger and kind of jump on top of it and start stabbing away.
All right, give me a attack roll for a stabby.
17.
That hits.
And it does 15 damage.
And so as you're stabbing it on the side, like a pinata, gold coins just start spilling out of the mimic, and kids rush in to try and get the coins.
There's a kid running around with blood like spurting out of his arm.
The mimic tries to buck you off, but is unsuccessful. And he tries to snap at the kids, grabbing its gold, but he's not able to get to him. So back to you, Con.
So Mimic's still alive.
Mimic is still alive in a world of pain.
Yep. All right. Sort of raises his axe for the coup de grace and says, "No, night, sweet prince," and slashes downwards for 15.
And that misses.
Dang it!
As the mimic's trying to flail John off, you just weren't able to connect. John, what are you going to do?
How much gold seems to be coming out of this thing?
You probably reckon about 23 gold has come out so far.
Okay, small change. I'll go again with the dagger at it.
Yep. Roll to hit.
16.
That is a hit on this one.
And only 10 damage this time.
And as you kind of come back around and you start stabbing on the other side, you stab it and then it kind of just dissipates. And like with a pop, you fall down into a pile of coins that kind of just explode out along the ground and just, and all the kids just run in and just start grabbing coins. You, judging quickly by how many coins there is, there's probably about, you're probably going to say about 2,000 gold. But the kids are trying to like scoop it up.
Can I see anything more valuable than the gold with a quick scan?
Do a perception check for me.
14.
Do it with an advantage. And I'll explain why if you are successful.
14 still.
Can I look see?
Yes, you can look see, but without the advantage.
Yeah, 13.
No, you guys don't see anything. There's just like this mad dash of kids everywhere just trying to scoop up coins.
Okay, I try to scoop up as much as I can, but I'm also fairly happy to let the kids have a fair bit. I'm more about the chase.
I'm going to, Con's going to go over to the kid missing the hand and try his best to first aid him.
Do a perception check, see if you can find the hand.
it's okay then. 11?
You don't find the hand?
No. I'm not trying to put the hand back on. I'm trying to I wanted to first aid the kid, just stop him from spouting blood like a
medicine
like a wacky
then.
sauce bottle.
Do a medicine check then.
Oh god.
Oh, terrible.
And 19.
You're quickly able to tape up the nub.
Very good.
So John, you were able to pick up probably about 150 gold. There's just so many kids, and they've just been able to scoop everything up.
I'm going to turn to the kids and say, "All right, kids. So, if the law comes here, you didn't see nothing. Just two lovely men coming to give you all gifts. Yes."
And don't spend it all at once.
And they're not even paying attention. They're all just like so happy that they've got money.
All right, Con. Think our work's done. Is there anything else in the hole where the chest was?
Do a perception check. You don't see anything.
I don't think I do either. The 10.
All right, then I kind of elbow Con and say, we should, probably get out of here.
And off you guys go out of the orphanage and kind of blend in with the crowd and go about your business.
I'm assuming there's some form of riot.
Pretty much, and that's what's made you be able to slip out.
Yeah. I turned to John. Mate, Banks is a kind of a shit town. We should go somewhere else.
Yeah.
There's a lot less crime. I think the place is called Coimbian or something. We'll go there. I heard it's real nice.
Yeah, let's do it.
And that ends the adventure.
Yeah.
Yay! That was fun.
There we go. How much planning did I have? A minute?
That was good, man. That was good.
I was stopped. I got in my head, like, did we kill the married other half of a mimic? Is that what the rings were?
I was going for more of a like a parent, because you came across the little one and then you found the big one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I was thinking it was going to be like this big treasure chase, and so I was thinking there was going to be another ring inside the big mimic.
Well, yeah, I was looking for another ring, like a parent locator ring, or a spousal ring on it.
That would have been a cool idea.
Yeah, well, as we were talking about it, I was just like, I'm gonna make like a bandit have a ring in an adventure with a locator on it and a treasure map, and do the similar thing, except it's gonna go to like a wife or something.
You're
Nice.
find my iPhone. You're
Just auto.
You're very lucky that I forgot to do whenever you rolled odds that you take psychic damage. I completely forgot about that.
What's this on?
On the ring, because he was holding the ring, so every time he did like a skill check or whatever, and if he rolled an odd, he would take psychic damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's hilarious.
What is it? What's the thing? Is it ring of location or something?
It's Marco's imagination.
Oh, okay, cool.
I was wondering what the bad side effect was going to be, Marco, and it just never came.
It never came. I was like, because you were moving so fast,
Sort of,
I forgot what you guys were rolling. And I'm like, I can't do it now. So, oh well.
Nah, that was good, man. I should have gone with one of my other voices that I'm a bit more familiar with, but that was entertaining.
I think it was a good pivot from my voice. I think so. It worked well. You had the high and the low, so it made it quite interesting. Oh Jesus!
I'm probably on about 10 different voices throughout the thing. I'm going to listen to the podcast and be like, yeah, don't do that again.
Oh, that's good. Now I've got contingencies. I'm recording on this computer. I'm recording on the other computer. Beautiful.
Nice. Well, that worked out well.
Yes. All right. Till next time, good sirs. And come back next week for hopefully a little bit of international flavour.